I'm Mike Denny.
I'm Tony Montleon.
This is not that kind of beer show. Welcome to
Another episode.
Another episode.
But a new location?
Yeah, new location. We're at Blackthorn Pizza Pub.
Pub and Pizza Pub.
Yeah, so I was going to call it a Pizza Pub and Grill. I've been coming here for as long as they've been open. And
no grill.
No grill.
No grill.
No grill.
You don't need a grill when you come here because the pizza's that good.
The pizza's so good. It's probably, honestly, in my opinion, I think it's probably the best pizza in town.
Ooh, strong words.
Strong words. And plus they take a couple different looks at pizza than I think a lot of the pizza joints do, and they knock it out of the park with pretty much all of them, even the ones that I really don't like that much. I'm like, it's still good pizza.
It's good. It's all good pizza.
It's in its sauce. I'm a huge fan of anybody who makes their own sauce, and I'm not saying that anybody in this town doesn't make their own sauce, but I'm just saying these guys, I don't know. They made one hell of a sauce here. I don't know. I love it, you know.
Well, good news is we don't have to debate sauce.
We don't have to debate pizza here. Yeah.
We get to talk about beer instead.
Talk about beer. And by the way, right now, Blackthorn has restocked their entire tab wall. It is, I'm not sure if you can see much, but behind this is a beautiful array of beers, taps. And it's very important to people like me and Tony, and probably anybody watching the show who's a fan of beer and likes to come out and have a big choice and a plethora.
They have a plethora of choices.
They
got gallons of choices. Don't drink a gallon, but they have them there if you need them.
Don't drink a gallon. Just get a cab or Uber.
Yeah.
So what's on tap here today?
What's on tap? We're into October. It's starting to get into my favorite time of the year when we're getting all sorts of crazy fun beers.
Yeah. The thicker beers, a little tastier.
Yeah. This one's a white lager, which usually tend to be released seasonally more into the fall winter months.
Yeah.
This one's Schlafly.
Schlafly. I don't think I've never pronounced that right.
I'm not sure. That's the way I'm going to say it, and we're on the internet. You can tell us we're wrong.
Yeah.
Schlafly White Lager, which is actually it's a Keller beer or a Zwickel beer.
Zwickel. Someday we'll have to we'll just explain the difference between Zwickel and a hyphen wise and all that.
There's so many beers.
What is a Zwickel?
But yeah, it's a Zwickel beer. It clocks about 5.5%. And yeah, there it is. It's got this beautiful golden straw color, which when you first look at it, you might think, oh gosh, it's just gonna be a terrible, flavorless, light beer. Nothing could be further from the truth.
It's actually really good. I'm really surprised. I've never been a big fan of Schlafly. I think that's why I never really bothered to get the name right. They got this one right. They did a really good job in this beer. You can, it's.
So you're gonna have to learn the name now.
We're going to have to learn the name because they've proved me wrong, and I'm pleasantly surprised about how good this beer is. It's got some sour bits to it, but not enough to really make you pucker. It's more of just kind of a leftover note, but it's not like an unwanted leftover taste or unwanted leftover sour taste.
No, it means to be there. But it's nothing overpowering. It's definitely not a sour beer by any means.
No, not at all. It's just there. It's like. And that may be part of the whole Zwickel
and maybe that's what
killer
Zwickel
beer
means.
Or whatever it is.
We should know, but we don't know because it's not that kind of beer show.
I'm not going to go 20 minutes talking about that. But I will say this, it's a solid bite through, just all the way to the back, it's just good, it's a clean finish.
Yeah.
Like I said, no unwanted leftover flavors. It's a little watery, but it's not overdone.
When you get down,
very wet.
When you're down at 5.5, under 6%, you tend to taste a little more of the lighter flavors. You're not going to get a harsh alcohol bite, so it's going to taste lighter, wetter. Yeah, all that good stuff.
It's definitely refreshing. It's still a little warm outside. You're still going to have some warm days here between now and the end of October. You're going to have these days where it's 80 degrees out. And if you're in Missouri and Joplin, it's going to be humid.
It's 90 one day. It's 55 overnight. Who knows what you're going to get? You're going to get a lot of opportunities to drink.
You can drink this during the day when it's hot, and you can also drink this and enjoy it at night.
I'll tell you what I like about white lagers. I tend to buy them in the winter because in the winter I tend to drink heavy beers. You get these nice dark stouts and everything, the coffee porters, all that sort of stuff. They're delicious. After a while, you could use a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
And this is perfect.
Yeah, I think especially if you're drinking a few different types of porters or a few different types of stouts in the night, this would be a great in-betweener. Nice little break, kind of give your palate a rest a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And that's something else I wanted to say was that on the watery part, a lot of their beers, and just in my opinion, that they're very watery. Even like their porters and their stouts and like their coffee stout to me was just very.
It was lighter than you wished it
Yeah,
could be.
it was. I kind of prefer. I want to be able to stick a fork in it and just. Yeah, I want it to stand.
Are you
on
sure
its
you want a
own.
beer or do you want a steak?
Maybe I want a steak in my glass. I don't know. But this one has, yeah, it just doesn't have that earmark for me of what Schlafly has kind of like been to me. It's just overly watery, kind of disappointing beer. But they've always had good flavors to the beer, but it's just that. I don't know, it's like I took a shot of water to wash it down.
I think maybe you should take your beers and maybe run it through a coffee pot just to
Maybe.
pull a little bit of the liquid out and
Maybe
more of the flavor. You
I don't know.
You want 10 ounces of beer without 12 ounces of water.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Just a
Maybe
little
I
thicker.
just want something that just punches me in the face a little bit.
So on that note, would you try it or would you buy it?
I would actually, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I want to buy it. I would like this to have. I would like to have this in my fridge, which is a lot coming from me. I know there's not a whole lot of background here, but he knows it pretty well. He knows that I do not like Schlafly beer. On our old show, For State Late, I poo-pooed all over Schlafly. I bought like 3 different types for one of our last shows, and it was not one of them tripped my trigger. So this one does it for me. I think if I was going to go out and buy like something, you know, like a lager beer, this would be my choice. This is going to be my choice for the evening.
I think I already kind of gave it away, talking about what I do in the winter, but yeah, this is definitely one that, as far as white lagers go, it's worth buying a 6er of.
Yeah.
Keep it around the house. You might. It's gonna be the holidays coming up. You're gonna have guests come over. Not everyone wants to sit around and chew a steak with you or have coffee porter with me. They're gonna appreciate something lighter, but still something that's a little unique, a little crafty. Doesn't have an InBev label on it.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of that, just this is speaking of holiday season. If you're having some guests over, this is a good pre-dinner beer.
Oh, it's perfect.
This will set you up for a nice turkey or whatever it is that you're having for your holiday expression. It's very tasty. I think that's all I got to say about this one.
Yeah, I want to drain it.
Yeah, we're gonna continue drinking. You guys continue watching, continue clicking.
Find us on Facebook, like us, share us. We appreciate it. It means the world to us. I'm Tony Motley.
I'm Mike Denny.
This is Not That Kind of Beer Show. Cheers.
Cheers.